The bioscience program here at Lincoln is a hands-on, lab-based course that gives students an early jump on their college curriculum.
Bioscience is one of the most hands-on science classes I've ever taken. We're learning a lot of skills that will help me in my gen eds in college, and we're learning a lot of the basics that you'll need in any science class that you take after high school.
What I want students to get out of my class is a love of science. I want them to take this class because they like to do labs. They like to experience different things with science as opposed to just sitting and taking notes and learning about the process. They're actually doing the process. We do a ton of labs.
You're going to need to know these skills either way, but this class definitely helps get a foundation of those skills that you're going to use, and even like writing like labs up.
And with this class being a 2-year course, the students have gotten to build a great relationship with their teacher.
Being able to be in the class for 2 years has really led a good relationship with our teacher, and she really has been able to connect with us one-on-one.
So I have my students for 2 years, every day, double block whether they like it or not, and it's really nice because, like I said, I do get them for 2 periods a day, 90 minutes, and you learn to get to know them inside and outside of the classroom, what their interests are, and then we can go ahead and build some of the class around their interests.
And as far as their labs go, they aren't just looking at things under a microscope. They prefer going a bit more in depth.
I'm testing the active ingredients in sunscreen, and I'm using yeast that grows on the skin. So I'm going to be using the sunscreen and the yeast, and if the yeast grows, then the sunscreen is working because the UV light is not killing the yeast.
I am breeding zebrafish and then increasing the levels of the hormone estradiol, which is in the estrogen family, to see how it impacts fetal development.
I'm going to test whether propylene glycol, which is an active ingredient in e-cigarettes, affect the heart rate of Daphnia. And if it increases the heart rate, then it'll show that like e-cigarettes are bad for you.
The bioscience class is also involved in HOSA, which recognizes students for their outstanding work.
I focused in on the profession of optometry and created a video of how to treat a corneal abrasion. I ended up placing first at regionals and third at states, and then 10th internationally.
I shadowed a dentist and decided to make a temporary crown for a broken or damaged tooth. And then I actually placed first at states and then made it internationally.
The competition that I was involved in was Healthy Lifestyle, where I created a goal and I tracked it for several months and then made a portfolio about it, and I won first in states and then made it to nationals.
Needless to say, this class is preparing high schoolers to be the future scientists of America that will tackle the nation's biggest problems for years to come. This is Dylan Scott for Lincoln Live.